First and foremost, all praises are due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Pradash. Double honors to the elder apostles and bishops of Great Millstone for teaching us the truth. Salutations to the brothers around the four corners of the earth who are teaching this word in truth and sincerity. And shalom to the hopeful elect, a few men, women, and children that believe in this word. This is your brother, Kawat Sabad, coming at you with another lesson. This one is entitled, The Elect Shall Run To and Fro Like Sparks Among the Stubble. In the elect I'm referring to, we say hopeful elect and humility are the Hebrew Israelites who have come back to the Lord in truthfulness and sincerity, known as the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans that are scattered around the world like the sand of the seashore. But only a remnant is going to return to the Lord and come back into the faith in belief. So let's begin with the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3 and verse 1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of Yahweh, and there shall no torment touch them. So the elect are going to be looked after, all right, are going to be tended to during the upcoming times of Jacob's trouble, which is the famine of food, cyber attacks, civil war, race riots, martial law, all types of killing, and, things of that sort going on in the perilous times. The Lord is going to look after his righteous, those of us who are striving to be righteous, known as the elect. So no torment shall touch them. Now, some of us will die in the faith, will be beheaded, executed, tortured, what have you, for not taking that sea hip. But you're going to receive a crown of life. Let's read verse 2. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery. So some of us may die in the faith as witnesses. You see, for the Lord, for our belief in this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding in these scriptures. Let's read verse 3. And they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace. Because those who die in the faith are going to be beamed up first. And I believe that's pursuant to 1 Thessalonians chapter 4. Okay. Those who die in the faith are going to be beamed up first. They're going to meet those who are here on the day of the Lord, who are part of the elect, in the sky, and be beamed up into the chariot of Yahweh Shai. Verse 4, for though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. Because those of us who are part of the hopeful elect, we want those immortal bodies. We want to get the victory over death. And we want to have the same body that Yahweh Shai currently has right now while he is sitting on the right-hand side of the Father. So let's continue. Let's go to get a precept. Let's continue. 1 Corinthians 15 and verse 50. Now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of Yahweh, neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. This is Paul speaking. So the elect have to have their bodies changed in order to be in the presence of Yahweh, the Father, and his Son Yahweh Shai, and of course the heavenly court, the heavens. Your body has to be changed. Verse 51, behold, I show you a mystery. We shall not all sleep, but we shall all be changed. The new bodies. In a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trump, for the trumpet shall sound when the chariots come, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. So those who die in the faith, they're going to be raised up. And those who are here on the day of the Lord, living, they're going to be raised up, known as the elect in totality. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, because right now we are in corruptible flesh. These bodies are mortal, they're weak. They tend to wicked thoughts and wicked things, to carnal things. Now, you have to do your best to, of course, walk in righteousness, pray without ceasing, rehearse the righteous acts, do your best to be holy like the Lord is holy. But in the end, in order to get to be around Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, you're going to have to put on the incorruptible body. You're going to get the new body. Let me read this again. 1 Corinthians 15 and 53. For this corruptible must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So when this corruptible shall have put on incorruption, and this mortal shall have put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. So we know Yahushua was the first, the sinless lamb, to get the victory over death, to allow us who believe in him to have an opportunity to get the same bodies. Let's go back to the Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon 3. Let's read verse 5. Let's read verse 4 again. For though they be punished in the sight of men, those of us, like I said, some of us may be killed, executed, beheaded, so on and so forth, tortured. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. So we have faith, the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So we have faith in receiving new bodies. We have faith that Yahushua is coming back in a big, gigantic chariot. We have faith that he's coming back in rulership, and that we will be in rulership with him, with the new bodies, and live forever with him. So that's our hope, to go up on this side and be saved. Now, 2/3 of our people who have not hearkened to this word, they're going to come back in the kingdom as the children, the offspring of the elect, during that first 1,000 years of the elect reigning with Yahushua, known as the first dominion. Let me read this again. Wisdom of Solomon 3 and verse 4. For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet is their hope full of immortality. And having been a little chastened, they shall be greatly rewarded. For Yahweh proved them and found them worthy for himself. So we're going to have to be proved in this truth. You're not going to cakewalk into the kingdom. It's going to be, met with adversity, so to speak. Let me read verse 6. As gold in the furnace hath he tried them and received them as a burnt offering. So we're going to be tried. Many of us are going to be sacrificed, executed, killed for enduring to the end, for not taking that sea hip, because we have faith in Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. So let's read Sirach for a precept. Let's read Sirach chapter 2, and let's read verse 5. And it reads, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So we're going to be tried even more soon and very soon in a thing called Jacob's trouble, a time like no other. Let's read verse 6. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him. So we have to put our trust totally in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Total trust, total faith, total hope. So let's go back to, let's see what else we have. Let's go to another precept. James chapter 1. We have James chapter 1 as soon as I can get it. James chapter 1, let's read verse 12, and it reads, blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. And if we love the Lord thy God, Yahweh, with all our mind, our heart, our soul, we're going to do our best to please him. We're going to do our best to be holy like he is holy. We're going to do our best to walk in the spirit. We're going to do our best to rehearse the righteous acts, all right, to please him. And if you love him, then you love your neighbor as thyself as well. You can't love Yahweh and then not love your neighbor. You see, if you love your neighbor as thyself, which is the whole of the law, you're not going to sleep with your brother's wife, okay, and commit adultery. You're not going to steal from your brother. You're not going to, bear false witness and lie against your brother. You're not going to murder your brother, so on and so forth. Let's continue. Let's read, what else do I have here? Let's go back to the Wisdom of Solomon. All right. The Wisdom of Solomon in verse 7. Let's read that. This is the main point of the lesson. Let's read verse 6. As gold in the furnace hath he tried them, and received them as a burnt offering. And in the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. So at the time of the visitation of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, namely Yahweh Shai with the angels, on the day of the Lord, all right, the elect are going to be beamed up, and they're going to shine and run to and fro, being beamed up like sparks among the stubble, meaning those who are part of the 2/3 of our people who haven't hearkened to this word. They're going to be destroyed like stubble in the fire, known as the lake of fire. Nuclear missiles coming from Russia and the other nations, as well as laser fire from the chariots. So the elect are going to be beamed up. They're going to run to and fro like sparks among the stubble. So let's continue. Let's read, let's get some more precepts. Let's go to Zechariah 13 for a precept on that. Zechariah chapter 13. And we have here, this is verse 8, and it reads, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, when it says all the land, that's referring to Babylon, America, which is going to be burnt into a fire, okay? An unquenchable fire. Eventually the fire will die down, but this place will be desolate, only inhabited by land creatures. But it's going to be burnt into desolation. Let's read Zechariah 13 and verse 8 again. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, Babylon, America, saith the Lord, Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. So that's talking about the 1/3 here in Babylon, America, are going to be beamed up into the chariot with Yahushai. And 2/3 of our people that are here in Babylon, America, are going to be burnt in the fire. All right, let's read verse 9. And part through the fire, all right, meaning the elect are going to be beamed up as the nuclear missiles are hitting Babylon, America, and the laser fire from the chariots are hitting Babylon, America. The 1/3 here in Babylon, America are going to be beamed up, as well as select elect throughout the world are going to be beamed up in various chariots as well. But this is speaking about the 1/3 here in Babylon, America. Let's read it again. Zechariah 13 and 9. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, Yahweh, and Yahushai, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my God. All right, so the 1/3 is going to go through the fire. It's going to be beamed up as Babylon, America is burning. Let's read Psalms 91 for another precept. Psalms chapter 91, verse 7, and it reads, 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. So many of our people are going to be burnt into smithereens, but the elect, no trouble is going to come to them. The elect are going to be beamed up and saved. Let's read verse 9. Let's read verse 8. No, verse 8, yes. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, meaning the wicked of our people, okay? Those who are living a wicked way of life, who are behaving in a heathenish way, like the heathens, as well as the wicked, okay? The sons of the wicked, the so-called white man, the Edomites, as well as the sin, the other nations that are here in Babylon, America. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. So the elect will be in the chariot and be able to watch the burning of Babylon, America. and watch the wicked burn. Those are 2/3 of our people who have not come back to the Lord, as well as the sons of men, the other nations, as well as the sons of the wicked, you so-called devils, so-called white man, okay? Let's read this, okay? Let's read this. I'm going to read this again. Psalms 91:7. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. Because we put our faith in the Lord. You see, we put our faith in him. We have hope that he's going to come back and beam us and save us out of the destruction of Babylon, America, whether we die in the faith or whether we are here standing when Yahushua comes back. Let's read, let's go to let's go to Isaiah chapter 26 for another precept. Isaiah 26, let's read verse 20. And it reads, Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. The indignation is speaking of the righteous anger of the Lord. So when it says here, come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, that's speaking of the elect being beamed up into the chariot. All right? When it says, come into thy chambers, and hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, because the elect are going to be able to watch Babylon, America burn in the chariot. They're going to see all the destruction of Babylon, America until it be overpassed. For behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her pain. So the Lord is coming back for vengeance, and his main arm of salvation and vengeance is going to be Yahushua. So let's go to Malachi chapter 4, another precept. Malachi chapter 4 and verse 1. All right. Verse 1, and it reads, For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. All right. And the righteous shall run to and fro amongst the stubble like sparks. All right. Let's read this again. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. All right. If you're not part of the elect, you're going to be blown into smithereens like powder. Literally like powder. You're going to be burnt into smithereens. So that's why, knowing the terror of the Lord, we persuade men to repent and convert and come back to the Lord in truthfulness and sincerity. Let's continue. Let's go to Revelation 11. We'll finish up here. Revelation chapter 11 and verse 11. And it reads, And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. So the 3 days and a half is speaking of from a time period of 1619 AD, all right, until 1969 AD. A period of well over 350 years, when this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding was given to Abba Bivens, and then he taught 3 men. Those 3 men taught 7 men in Harlem, New York, known as West One. And this truth has gone around the world, especially now, via the heavy lifting of the internet. So the truth of us being Hebrew Israelites is going out amongst all the world. So people are fearing us now because they recognize that we have woken up. At least the hopeful elect have woken up, and we realize who we are. We realize Yahushua is coming back. So fear fell upon them. All right, that are seeing us rise up and realize who we are. So that 3 days and a half represents 350 years from 1619 until 1969. All right, approximately. All right, so this word is going out over all the world. Let's read this again. Revelation 11 and verse 11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from Yahweh, okay, we've been born again, quickened, entered into them, and they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. The devil knoweth that he hath but a short time. That's why he wants to shut the internet down. He wants to shut this information from going out, because we are waking up. The Hebrew Israelites, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans here in Babylon, America, all right, and scattered around the world like the sand of the seashore. Let's read verse 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud. That cloud is referring to what? A chariot. There are certain instances in this Bible that a cloud is referencing a chariot of the Lord, and their enemies be. All right, so that's the elect being beamed up into the chariot of the Lord. Let's read verse 13. In the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell, and in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000. That's just a round number. 7 means completion. There's going to be more people that die here in Babylon, America. And the remnant were frightened and gave glory to the God of heaven, Yahweh. So the great earthquake is speaking of nuclear missiles, laser fire from the chariots that are going to rock Babylon, America, all right, in a lake of fire. And there's going to be a remnant of our people around the world, all right, who are going to give glory to Yahweh, all right, who of course is in the heavens. So on that note, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I hope this lesson was edifying to you. Shalom.